you go.
Take a look in the 5 and 10, listening once again, with candy canes and silver lanes aglow.
I don't know the damn words to Beginning to Look Around the Christmas. Isn't that obvious? That's really sad, because I like the song. Welcome back to Lockdown Universe, some of the bizarre, peculiar, and unheard of stories of UFO legend and paranormal lore. I must ask you, has Santa made an early appearance in the Midwest? Let's find out. Welcome back. Hopefully you guys are doing excellent, taking care of yourselves. It's going to be a quick one, but I think you'll like it. Because it actually happened to Lon, who runs phantomsandmonsters.com. You see, he might have actually seen Santa. And I'm not joking. He states he saw a full-bodied entity that vanished after smiling and waving. And this was his personal encounter. Now, I don't know how many of you have encountered the extraterrestrial, the paranormal, the ghostly world, or astral projection, but I can tell you assuredly that most of the time, unless it's a near-death experience and you're hanging out with the angels, that you don't usually get a smile and a wave from anyone. Unless it might be, it just might be, good old Saint Nick. Well, let's find out. So Lon has been the owner and writer of phantomsandmonsters.com, and he has great stories, just like Bill Burns had in the UFO magazines that I used to read. And he even states, this is his statement, he states, "I'll admit that a lot of strange and unexplained phenomena occur around me. I guess it goes along with what I do. I recently experienced something I have yet to explain." And Lon signs it himself. So only 5 days ago, on August 21st, 2024, he was driving to a 2 p.m. appointment in Hanover, Pennsylvania. It's his home area. He's very well familiar with it. It was approximately 1:40 p.m. as he drove, east on Kindig Lane towards High Street. As he approached the intersection, he noticed to his left a stocky man dressed in dungaree bib overalls walking along the shrubbery on the south side of the Utz brand's factory. Utz, UTZ, they make some damn good cheese balls. You can get them in a lot of different places, and they make different things too, but damn, those cheese balls are the bomb. They make big old bins of them, man. You can sit there and just eat a whole bunch of them. Not the healthiest thing in the world, but they're there. So if you want to go see Santa, maybe go visit a cheese ball factory. He states, "As I watched this man, he stopped walking, turned around, looked at me, smiled, and then waved. Even though this is a heavily trafficked area, there were no other vehicles in front or behind me. Seems quite perfect for a little visit with Santa, doesn't it? Why would he want any other witnesses to his turning around and waving?" After he waved, he turned slowly, took 3 steps, and completely vanished. How the hell does Santa vanish if there's no chimney around? I was approximately 50 feet from him, and I was able to distinguish fine details on his face and clothing. He had a white beard. He looked to be in his 50s or 60s, and I was a bit stunned since I did not notice any deficiencies in this manifestation. He's stating he didn't see any ghostly movement or mist or anything like that. He saw what appeared to be a true, honest human. Maybe Santa. It looked completely corporeal, meaning real, and living. This area of town is somewhat recognized for the paranormal and unexplained activity. In fact, Deanna Simpson's former home of the Hanover Haunting which we could talk about, is nearby on Maple Street. Historically, the old pike between Hanover and Gettysburg is a block away, where there have been many apparitions of the Civil War and the colonial period soldiers and horses reported along the road between the towers. There used to be a water-filled quarry nearby in the 19th century where many drownings occurred. In the past, I have investigated 7 homes and businesses for hauntings within a half-mile radius of his sighting. Anyway, I may conduct an investigation of this location at some point, especially if the encounters or activities are reported. And that's his story. Now, why is this Hanover haunting important? Well, let's take a look. Maybe it has something to do with Santa Claus and what happened with what he saw. So this Hanover haunting, oh boy, this is small print here. The paranormal story as seen on the travel channels, The Dead Files, My Haunted House, Animal Planets, The Haunted. The Hanover haunting will leave you sleepless at night, or sleeping with the lights on. The haunting was so extreme, Amy Allen from The Dead Files warned Deanna, there are 5 men here and they all want you dead. As Deanna Simpson stood on the sidewalk, she knew she had to own the house on Maple Avenue. It called to her in a way she couldn't explain. What she didn't realize was her dream home was filled with unspeakable evil. Once the house was locked tightly in its grips, it wouldn't let go. After investigating the house, paranormal legends John Zaffis urged Deanna to flee the house before it was too late. You need to get out of here, Dee. It's ancient. You need to leave. This thing has been here on this land for millions of years. Wow. And it's known about your existence before you were born. Holy shit. This guy's really trying to freak her out. He told her personal accounts leading to the paranormal investigators, all kinds of people, even Sean Austin. Oh, no, that's not. I'm thinking of Sean Astin. But they had a whole bunch of people from the Travel Channel. They had Ghost Loop. They had a whole bunch of people, even Lon going out and investigating this thing. This is wild, man. I think I'll pass on reading that. I like sleeping at night. But apparently, there's a lot of stuff going on in this area. And the fact that one investigator stated that it's ancient, it's been there for millions of years, and had known about her existence since before she bought the place. Holy shit, man. That's fucked up. And on top of it, you got Santa Claus only a couple blocks away waving to Lon saying, hey, man, thanks for stopping by. I mean, that's like the crazy shit that I love to hear about. I love to hear that there's a lot of activity going on in this area. There's some ancient stuff going on. The stuff that's been around millions of years. The only thing that's been around millions of years would be like some alien ghosts, some alien entities that have been around and owned that property or been on that property for millions of years. I mean, like, that's the kind of stuff that's wild. And maybe Santa's there just battling those evil forces. Maybe he's trying to bring him some presents. Maybe he's trying to kill him with kindness. Or maybe, just maybe, he's doing some investigation to bring the forces of Christmas to knock out this ancient evil. We don't know. But what I think is really cool, and I hope I made you laugh because I was joking, but I hope that you find this story fascinating because there's just not a lot of Casper the Friendly Ghost type entities out there that I ever hear about. And it just makes me think of like a good old man in some overalls and a flannel shirt with a big white beard that smiled at Lon while he was hanging out at the cheese ball factory. That's it. That's the story. There you go. If you want to go check out that Hanover haunting thing, go ahead. I'm gonna sleep tight and not think about it. But hopefully this is Santa. Hopefully it is a sign of good things to come for this area. I mean, I can't imagine some kind of evil thing would be waving, just saying hi. It'd probably be like, get out, blah, 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 and trying to freak him out. Maybe trying to pretend it's like some Bigfoot entity or some crazy entity that runs on all fours trying to freak him out and run after his car and bash into it. Not some friendly Santa type entity. It must be interesting to live in this area, considering that there's so much going on with Gettysburg and with all these hauntings and stuff like that, and all this energy. There must be tons of things going on, and the more people engage, and the more people pass away, and the more emotional energy that comes into this area, the more you're going to see entities probably appear. But what's interesting is this was like a full-bodied entity, not just some kind of wispy thing. Full-bodied entity that disappeared right before his eyes. That's mind-blowing. How does that happen? Unless it's a ghost or an alien traipsing around as a ghost or a demon trying to play a trick on him. That's all I can think about. I don't know why somebody would want to play around and just pretend to be an old man waving a lawn, but hopefully it was just a good guy that had passed away and he's got business to do still, and he can't leave just yet. Wouldn't it be interesting if it was just like another timeline that was just blending in, and that guy just thinks he's in his timeline waving to Lon, but he's actually in another timeline, and they just blended over just by happenstance of the sun hitting moisture in a certain way to bring his body into bring the appearance of his body into our realm just for a moment. Maybe that's why he looked so solid. There's lots of questions, not enough answers, but we'll leave it at that. I'll leave you to your own devices to think about why he would have been so solid, why he was so happy, and why he was waving the lawn, and whether or not it was Santa. So, I hope you guys are taking care of yourselves physically, spiritually, emotionally, following through on your hobbies and your goals and your dreams, and as always, continuing to question the universe around you. If there's anything you want me to play, or I guess anything you want me to do a podcast on, please write in. I'll do it. So, or most likely do it. And take care of yourselves. And until next time, Lockdown Universe is outie, boom body, and Christmas is still far off. Hopefully it's not going to begin to look like Christmas anytime soon. Take care of yourselves. Lockdown Universe out. Peace.